Boruto spoilers have finally been released, and now we can finally talk about it, the long-awaited Boruto spoilers. But first, I do want to give a huge shout out to my sponsors for this video right here, which is Black Desert Online. If you guys have not heard about Black Desert Online, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have heard about it, it's an online MMORPG game, which is absolutely amazing and highly addictive, which is one of my biggest problems with the game. I can't put it down. But Black Desert Online definitely separates itself from a lot of the other MMORPG games out there. One of the first things being is the crisp HD graphics. It definitely hands down has the best graphics on the market. Not only that, the graphics are also coupled with real-time action-based combat, which has never been seen before in an MMORPG. The graphics also gives it the ability to have an amazingly detailed character creation system, which is the very best in the market. And speaking of characters, it has 16 different classes to choose from, each of the 16 having unique skills and abilities. The game has rich life skilling, crafting, and also a great economy system. And one of the prerequisites for any game that I do have is that the game developers has to always update the game and keep it fresh, and Black Desert Online definitely does that. They frequently add large scale updates to the game, which keeps it fresh, and also some smaller content updates as well. Now, Black Desert Online was also nice enough to give me a free 7-day trial for you guys to sign up for. If you guys don't know, it's going to be a link in the description below. If you guys click that link, you'll get a free 7-day trial to try out the game, see if you guys like it. And when I'm pretty sure you guys do like it, you guys can get the game and probably hit me up so we can play the game together. But now it's time for the Boruto spoilers. Now, as I told you guys, these spoilers are definitely a doozy. A lot of people are going to like these spoilers, mainly because it shows a lot of action. Now, without further ado, I'm going to read over episode 86 to you guys, and I did make a video about this. If you guys want to hear my in-depth review about this whole episode, you guys can go check out that video, but I'll pretty much give an overview in this video as well. Now, the episode title is going to be Kozachi's Will. Together, Boruto and Onoki, the elder Tsuchikage, manage to escape the barrier surrounding the Sanzu Plains. Onoki then brings Boruto to a place that bears special meaning to him. There, he tells Boruto about his hopes for the future, a topic he'd been pondering ever since he lost his grandson, Kozuchi. Meanwhile, in the Stone Village, Ku, the creator of the synthetic humans, tries to take over the Stone Village in order to realize his plans before time is up. Alright, now, as you guys basically see right here, it starts to get into the climax of the arc, or hey, maybe the arc just started. Maybe it's going to be a very long action scene in terms of this arc right here, but this episode is supposed to be the calm before the storm. Now, this episode is most likely going to be a very sentimental episode with Boruto and Onoki. Boruto learning about what Onoki is doing, everything he's doing it for, which is obviously his grandson Kozuchi. Now, the thing about what Onoki is trying to do for his grandson is that Kozuchi, he doesn't have a vision that's anything extremely new. I mean, this is a very idealistic dream, and of course Naruto has the same dream as well. And I say it's very idealistic mainly because, as I said, Naruto has the same dream. He's the Hokage, he's arguably the strongest shinobi of all time, and yet he still can't even make it happen. So I feel like, of course, these kids are probably going to have these dreams, but it's probably just not going to happen. Now, another thing I do want to talk about, I think this pretty much almost confirms that the whole Mitsuki plan about them possibly cloning hearts, it's probably not going to happen. Konohamaru did what he was exactly supposed to do, which was force Lord Ku's plan and basically make him start acting before he's actually ready to act. I'm pretty sure you guys seen Lord Ku had some cracks in his hand, which basically means like, hey, his time is running up. Same thing with Seki, same thing with Kirara, same thing with all the other synthetic humans. The thing is, they don't have enough time to get Mitsuki's hearts, so they aren't going to be 100% going into this quote-unquote revolutionary war. And I do applaud Konohamaru for that. He basically did something very minimal. All he did was knock out the actual person that was under a genjutsu by Kirara, and then everybody started to figure out, hey, something is going wrong. And of course, as we see right here, it pushes Lord Ku's hands. Now, going into episode 87, the title of the episode is going to be The Feeling of Being Alive. It says Kaku, a synthetic human alongside Kakuyo and Seki, appears before Boruto and Onoki with orders from Ku to capture Onoki. Boruto and Kaku engage in battle, though Boruto finds himself struggling as Kaku was designated for the sole purpose of fighting and was capable of dust release ninjutsu. At the same time, Shikadai manages to slip past the Okuda that guard the Hidden Stone Village in order to deliver news of the Hidden Stone Village's situation to the Hidden Leaf Village. Alright, this episode right here seems like it's going to be the start of the actual climax. I'm pretty sure you guys see there's going to be some action in this episode, something that a lot of people did want to see. Now, for the first time, we're going to get to see this character right here, this synthetic character right here, which is Kaku, actually get into a little bit of action. Now we've seen Kaku and Lord Ku confront the Tsuchikage. We didn't necessarily see that fight, but it looked like the Tsuchikage got beaten extremely easily. A lot of people from that episode right there were just assuming that the Tsuchikage was extremely weak. Now we're getting to realize that both of these guys, Lord Ku and this Kaku guy, they actually both confronted the Tsuchikage with particle style. I'm pretty sure that would have been a very difficult fight for the Tsuchikage to try and fight her way out of. Now these supposed synthetic human beings, they're sounding extremely skilled, especially when you take into account that they're actually made to be fighting machines. I mean, think about it. Kikuyu doesn't have any ninjutsu at all, and he was still destroying Hidden Leaf Jonins. Now enter this guy, which has particle release as well. It's just unfair at that point. So I really am looking forward to see this guy Kaku fight. I do want to see how fast he is, for example, his taijutsu, and I do want to see how his movements are. Is he swift? Is he slow? Does he just rely on his particle style? Things like that I do want to see. Another thing that I do want to point out about this is obviously we finally got some word from Shikadai. Now it says that he's supposedly going back to the Hidden Leaf Village. Now because of this, I feel like Konohamaru is probably going to be involved in it somehow. I know we didn't necessarily hear about it, but I feel like if Shikadai does manage to escape, they are going to have to try to implement Konohamaru in some way. So I feel like it would be a perfect time for Shikadai to actually meet up with Konohamaru and for them to concoct the plan. Now here's the thing, and I don't know if they're going to make this a point of emphasis in the actual episode. The Hidden Stone Village isn't by any means close to the Hidden Leaf Village, so it'd probably take them a couple of days. Now I'm not going to say that it's definitely going to take them a couple of days, mainly because during this new era they have something called the train, and of course if they do take the train, it might be extremely quick. But if they don't, I mean, it's probably going to be like a little bit of a weird plot hole, but we're just going to have to live with it. Now the next episode is going to actually skip a week. Now this pretty much tells us that, hey, there's going to be a lot of good animations in episode 88. Now I don't want to say this for sure, mainly because we have had weeks where we did skip, but the episode after that was just not much action at all. But when I get into these spoilers, you guys are going to see why they probably want to skip that week and give the staff an extra week of animating. And hopefully they take full advantage of this. But episode 88's title is going to be Clash Kokuyo. Now going into actual spoilers, it says Boruto and Onoki have been captured and are brought back to the center of the Hidden Stone Village. However, the Hidden Stone Village, under Lord Ku's total control, the village underwent a complete transformation. Onoki, at a loss for words, tries to reprimand Ku, but Ku refuses to obey him and orders Kokuyo and another artificial human, Kirara, to attack them. And the one who comes to save them from mortal perils is none other than Shikadai. Alright, now this right here seems to be a very interesting episode. One of the main reasons is that supposedly Onoki is not going to have control over Lord Ku anymore. Of course, we heard before in earlier episodes where Lord Ku was talking to Rara. He's basically like, hey, I'm doing all this for Onoki. I'm going to do everything by the book so Onoki will be happy about it. Now it looks like Lord Ku don't care about that no more. It looks like he's just doing it for himself, and I kind of thought about that, mainly because he told the Tsuchikage to her face like, hey, I want to become the next Tsuchikage, and I don't think that Onoki specifically had that plan for Lord Ku. So this is pretty much what Lord Ku is doing now. He's trying to take over the Hidden Stone Village, and it seemed like his plan was a success, but it said that the Hidden Stone Village went through a transformation. Now I'm not completely sure what type of transformation this is. Is there like sweatshops and factories all over the Hidden Stone Village now? Or it might just be a situation where all the Hidden Stone civilians are just in the streets just basically obeying all the Okuda, things like that. It could probably look extremely terrible. But another big thing that we do have to look forward to is Boruto and Onoki possibly fighting this other character right here. Supposedly her name is going to be Kirara. She has a synthetic dojutsu, which I really want to see work. I really do want to make a video about it, but we just have not gotten enough information about the dojutsu to pretty much make a full video about it. So I'll pretty much hold off on it until I see that video. But as of right now, it just looks like it does a little bit of genjutsu. Now in terms of Lord Ku saying, hey, attack Onoki and Boruto, hey, she probably has some other techniques, some other abilities up her sleeve. Maybe she's good at taijutsu, or maybe she has the same ability as Seki in terms of the detonating clay, or she could possibly also have particle style, much like the two other synthetic human beings, Lord Ku and Kaku. So there's going to be a couple interesting things for us to see in this episode, and of course them taking a week off does give me a little bit of hope that this episode might be one of the best episodes of Boruto thus far. Now it does say that Shikadai is going to end up being there to save them at the end. Now, I don't necessarily know if it's going to be just shikadai. As I said earlier, I do think that shikadai is probably going to eventually meet up with konohamaru, and I have been a huge advocate about how I want to see konohamaru take some sort of lead role in this arc so we could see his leadership at work, so we could possibly like project him to be like the 8th Hokage. So these are the things that I do look forward to seeing in these next couple of episodes. This is pretty much it. Hopefully you guys did like it as much as I liked it. Now, I do want to ask you guys, what is the episode that you're most likely looking forward to? Now, in my opinion, I feel like the episode that I'm probably looking most forward to is episode 88, because it's probably going to be the most action, and also shikadai arriving with possibly konohamaru at the end. That scene right there might just be epic. But let me know what you guys think. And of course, again, I do want to give a huge thank you to my sponsors, Black Desert Online. I highly recommend you guys click the link in the description below. A free 1-week trial. You guys might as well. But it's been your boy Baara B, and we out.
It's a knife.
Check my clock, I can't stop. Fuck around, make my 40 pop. No popcorn, I pop pistols. Reaming my body, clothing no issue. Bitch, you look sick, you need a tissue. You drop a body, I just might bless you. I'm metrosexual, no high cholesterol. Where's Jenny Craig? Bitch, just get sexual.